All right, Shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and salutations to you, Akim, that's laboring. And Shalom to you, few women of Israel that believe. And this is going to be a remake of a video I did, which simply put, I just didn't feel like I gave my best to that video. So this is a remake. But the subject matter is still the same about these trans athletes. You know, a man that's actually born a man, he's born a man child, who try and physically to make himself to appear as a woman, even taking hormone pills that create certain feminine physics about the man body structure. So they put on, these implants, breast implants, to seem as though they have, real breasts, and cutting your rod off, your penis, and shaping it as if it's a vagina. It's quite sickening, to be honest, that we live in a society as such. But, that wicked man had to be revealed in the man of sin, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, beginning with the elites, which are the central banking families, the chief tribe, Amalek, which call themselves Jewish. They're the ones that are in the ruling seat, and they're the ones that control this whole society. As far as, let's say control it, meaning they set the standard, all right? Because the Most High Father is the one who gives or puts a nation into power, or give a nation power, excuse me. And so, as a result, we live in a society that's ruled by the wicked, all right? So the trans athlete, like I said, born a man, but wants to be a woman, all right, doesn't understand nature. Because if you're born a man, that's simply what you are. You're a man. If you're born a woman or a woman child, that's what you are. There's no debate. There's no, well, I feel like this. No, there's no in between. And in society, they'll act as though if this is okay, and it's not okay. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So I'm gonna read the verbatim. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. All right. So there's a difference. All right. Male, man, he, him, that's the same category, right? Woman, female, her, that goes in another category, right? Belonging to the woman. All right, there's no debating in that. All right, so men, we're born, all right, automatically physically stronger than a woman, without any doubt. All right, a man is much more stronger than a woman, so it shouldn't be a debate. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to cross the sports over, which I don't really care about the sports, but the fact of them saying it's acceptable for a man, a trans that was born a man, to compete in women's sports. I mean, come on, man. I mean, can you imagine that? Why? So you're so insecure within yourself that you want to go and make yourself look physically different, aka to look like a woman, so that you can compete in a woman's sport, so you can feel dominant because you're a weak man. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm getting out of it, right? Because when we go into the article, listen to the tone of this article. All right, it says On March 11th, it's a new article too. It's made a few days ago, March 14th of 2021. It says on March 11th, Mississippi's governor signed one such bill into law. South Dakota's governor will likely sign a similar bill into law soon. President Biden issued an executive order combating discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation in his first day in office, making his position on trans inclusion clear. Now, I mean, that's the world we live in as Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. We're the Israelites. And you even have Israelites that are okay with how Esau structured his society. And some of them actually go about to do as Esau, which is going to lead to a path of destruction. And the Heavenly Father going to judge you very harshly, all right? As is written in Proverbs 11:21, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. So if you're a wicked Israelite, and you're going to continue on to be wicked and not change your ways, you're going to be punished with the wicked, which is the nation of Esau, Edom. All right? And they have a really harsh judgment that's coming, by the way. All right? From the Heavenly Father. All right? And as you can see in this article, gender identity, like, there's no other way to identify gender other than if the child was born with a rod. I mean, it's not funny, but it's silly. This conversation is silly that people are having. But if a man child is born with a penis, right, that means he's a man, and vice versa. The woman child born with a vagina, it's clear as day. Now, let's read on just a little bit more. It says, experts say trans equality is becoming one of the fiercest political debates of the decade. Well, because they're pushing for this emasculating agenda within their New World Order. All right, going to your dollar bill. All right, Novus Ordo Seclorum, New Order of Ages or New World Order, right? They're pushing this because they want men to really be emasculated and really to be altogether what you would call a homosexual. All right, and there are many advancements, all right, in the society that you can achieve if you're such. Look at the entertainment world. I mean, well over a decade ago, right? All right, my first time seeing it, probably about 13, 14 years ago, is the fraternity or cult behind closed doors surrounded around entertainers, whether they're athletes or actors, like I said, movie actors, what have you, politicians, with the whole Baphomet thing, the Masonic thing. But it's a whole circle of immoral people. All right? And first and foremost, they push this agenda, all right, on your child, even when your child is young. Okay? When you're watching certain cartoons, like Family Guy, you will see Family Guy and the baby, Stewie. I've seen in a couple episodes where he dressed and portrayed himself as a little girl in the playground. And so if your kid is watching that, think of the idea that's forming in your kid's mind at such a young age, right? But look who's ruling. Look who's upholding it, right? This is the book of 2nd Esdras 15. Verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And that's the type of world we live in. All right, where wickedness had exceedingly polluted this whole society across every spectrum of society. All right, to it's nothing but wickedness all around you, and that's why you hear me saying in a lot of videos, we or us, men of the Lord, us true believers in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, how we're vexed just like Lot when he lived in Sodom and Gomorrah. When Lot lived during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, he was sorely vexed with the wicked, man, because of the wickedness that was going on. Where you had men trying to rape other men, and that's the world we live in. All right, that's the world we live in. All right, and also you had it where the Greeks, right, which are the Edomites, they were Edomites, the nation of Esau, Edom. When they came into power, it tells you how wickedness increased. All right, and that's the beginning of far as ruling, or the first time you came to power, you so-called white people. This is First Maccabees chapter 1. And I'm going to go to verse 7. It says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Yeah, Alexander, the Greek, many so-called white people call him Alexander the Great because he was a leader of their people. But he was really a high level wicked person, man, within the wicked nation of Esau, Edom. Okay, you learn about the atrocities he did, right? But the point is, he was their first king, right? Verse 8, it says, and his servants bear rule everyone in his place, and after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Now that's the main point right there. When you came into power, evils were multiplied in the earth. And that's a well-known fact, because even when you became into the Romans, all right, because the Greeks transitioned into the Roman Empire, right, more wickedness had polluted the earth then as well. Until you were taking it down, all right, till the Roman Empire was taken down, right? And then what happened? Come back into power, wickedness increased again. So you fast forward today, and you wonder why all this wickedness is going on around you, especially involving, this emasculating agenda. All right, you can blame that on Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, because he's the one that's pushing it, right? Now, getting back to man and woman, right? Because I said that a man is much more stronger than a woman, right? Which, I mean, that's not even debatable. All right, that's irrefutable. All right, and on top of that, could you imagine LeBron James, going to the WNBA? I mean, take time out to Google LeBron James and his statistics as far as, the stats he put up. And imagine him all of a sudden one day, just hypothetically speaking, just saying, okay, I identify as a woman. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna play in the WNBA. He would win a championship every year he plays, and even as he approaches late 30s, he still would dominate their league easily, because there is no one in the WNBA that can compete with him on any type of level. He's faster. I don't even want to mention strength, because he's way stronger. And on top of that, he's just a man, to begin with. All right. But let's go to 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7. And to see what the scriptures call a woman. It says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. I'm talking about your wives, right? It says, dwell with them according to knowledge. Give honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. Weaker vessel. And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Now, I went to Blue Letter, to that same, I'll go back so you can see, I went to 1 Peter 3, verse 7, right? Now, this is the word weak or weaker.
Strong's G 772. Asthenes. Asthenes.
Asthenes is the word in the Greek. It says weak, infirm, feeble. Strong's definitions, it says strengthless. All right. I mean, it says in various applications, literal, figurative, and moral, more feeble, impotent, sick, without strength, weak, earnesting. There you go. There you go. So the woman is weaker than the man. All right. Now, what does the scripture also say about the use of a woman? All right. Let's go to Romans 1. Romans 1, I'll start about the 25th verse. It says, Romans 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of the Most High to a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who was blessed forever among? Yeah, the Creator, I mean, pretty much set things up plainly, clearly, and without any confusion. Things were created. All right? Man and woman, the earth, the constellation, and everything therein is. Everything was created perfectly. How the Most High wanted it to be created. All right? But the creatures, which are the people, all right? And mainly, I'm referring to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He refuses to allow the Most High's creations, all right, to take its natural course. He wants to alter everything, all right? Look at the GMO with food and all that. Look at the chemical he put in the food, okay? I mean, it's vast, okay? Verse 26, for this cause the Heavenly Father gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Yeah, a vile affection is, man, look. Let's go to it real quick. I don't have much time. A vile affection. All right, something that's vile. Let's see what vile means. I'm gonna break this down. All right, vile. The word vile. Morally repugnant. Morally flawed. Corrupt. Wicked. Of no value. Of inferior quality. Disgusting. Foul. Ugly. Degrading. Humiliating. Of low estate. Without worldly honor or esteem. You get the picture. Now, let's type in affection. All right, there's affection. It says affection, desire, inclination, wish, intention, an emotion of the mind, passion, lust, as opposed to reason. So you have a really immoral or morally repugnant lust as opposed to reason, I mean, hey, or feeling, basically, feeling like, oh, well, I want my feelings met, instead of thinking about, okay, what the Heavenly Father say about this, what He thinks, what's the judgment for this, is the thing that should go through your mind, but The Most High's law is abhorred greatly by Esau. That's why he's a man of sin. Man of sin meaning what? He's against the Heavenly Father's law. How you know that? Because he give people like these trans athletes rights and encouragement and pedestals. All right. A woman's nature is to get with a man so she can take on his seed, sperm, nurture it to a full fetus or baby, push it through her womb. That's the purpose of a woman. All right. Verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. Yeah, because the Heavenly Father will ultimately destroy you or punish you, same thing, all right, for doing such things. That's the reason why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. That was the first LGBT community. All right, so you'll understand. And this is not hate speech. This is actual truth. Look up Sodom and Gomorrah. Look what was going on in that society. All right. Did not the Heavenly Father rain fire upon it, destroy it? That's the reason why I said you ultimately be destroyed, because it tells you in the scriptures that it was an example for those that should live ungodly. All right. And let's get that. An example for those that should live ungodly. Period. Second Peter chapter 2, verse 6. And turn the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. Right. It's an example to those of you that want to live like Sodom and Gomorrah. That was an ungodly place. That was a wicked place to live. And the Heavenly Father is utterly against that. That's why he destroyed it. Okay? And that's why this place is called Sodom and Egypt. Because it represents, America represents Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. All right? And so what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah in ancient time? The ancient Sodom and Gomorrah? It was destroyed. So it's only befitting the judgment that the Heavenly Father has for America. Which is very harsh, by the way. Because it's what? It's going to be destroyed, because this is known as the place of confusion. All right, Babylon the Great. All right, city of confusion. All right. So with that, I want to say all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Baal Shem Rakakwadash. Lord willing, you will edify. Until next time, I say Shalom.